What would you give for a child you loved? To make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. As always, welcome to Mississippi Live Weather This Morning. Hope you have your cup of coffee and you're ready to go out the door this morning. Happy Thursday. We're almost to Friday out there, guys. So just hang on. We got one more day. Here's what you need to know to get you out the door this morning. Dry forecast ahead. That's just continuing. You've heard that the last few days. Yes, we did pick up some rainfall yesterday for some of us, but that 10%, it stayed true. Most of us stayed very dry. We stayed dry here in my neck of the woods. As we head into the weekend, slightly cooler conditions are on the way, even for Friday night football games. So we'll talk about that forecast in just a few minutes. And what you need to know is things are going to be changing. Even though we're warm and dry right now, we have more of an unsettled weather pattern that is going to be setting itself up into your next work week. So mainly dry this week. You're going to need the rain gear as we head into your next work week. Things are definitely going to be looking different. Take a look at what doesn't look different this morning, and that's your sunrise. Another beautiful start to your day. Another nice sunrise out there. This is over in Tupelo in Lee County. Not a lot of clouds out there, so just tracking beautiful sunrise conditions this morning. Temperatures yet again in the low 60s across the board. So a lot like the last few mornings we've had. Same story over in Tibahaw County, Starkville, seeing temperatures in the low 60s there as well. And again, nothing but really ongoing clear conditions across the board. So great sunrise if you haven't maybe made your way out of bed this morning. It's looking very nice out there. Let's talk about your current satellite and radar. Yeah, I'm tracking really dry and also clear skies across the board for your Thursday. Take a look at this. In all of our counties looking at very ongoing clear conditions. I have to go all the way over into the Delta and Louisiana to get some cloud cover this morning. Temperatures right now in the 60s for a majority of us. Now, the Delta tracking a little bit warmer, but most of us in the 60s. 61 in Corinth, 61 over in Prentiss County, Boonville as well, 61 in Starkville, Columbus, Macon. So most of us in the low 60s this morning. Over your first 12 hours ahead, you can expect that story to stick around into your 7 o'clock hour. Then we start our track back up, right? Temperatures in the 70s by 10, 80s by 1, and then into your middle to upper 80s is really what we're expecting for our day ahead. Maybe a degree or two below what we saw yesterday, but still 80s, right? Still above average for this time of year, and a lot of sunshine in the forecast today. So gonna need those shades all day long. Here's a bigger picture of what's going on across the United States. Not a lot of activity really nationwide. You can see here all the way from the west to central portion of the United States into the southeast, just not a whole lot going on to break up our weather pattern. And that's going to stick true today. Let's put this into motion as we head into your afternoon. Yeah, maybe a little bit of clouds out there, but mainly seeing a lot of sunshine and dry conditions throughout your afternoon. So if you got any plans, I know there are maybe junior high football games today. There's also community college games. Going to be good to go for all of those events for your Thursday evening. Going into your Friday morning, good to go. Some clouds in the forecast, but no rain expected for Friday either. So yet again, good news if you have any Friday plans. Conditions are going to be tracking slightly cooler Friday into Saturday. We're going to start off our Saturday morning actually back in the 50s. So nice Saturday ahead if you do have any plans for your weekend as well. Saturday, same story, just a good mix of sun and clouds through your afternoon. Not tracking any rainfall through the front half of your weekend. So that is some good news out there. Here's the thing though, coming up in the back half of the weekend, I am tracking a little bit more rainfall that will come into play, and then especially into your next work week. So after this, we'll go hour by hour, what you can expect through your day ahead. I'll have that Friday night football forecast, what you can expect for conditions to be like temperature wise. And then of course, we'll look at your 7-day forecast coming up as well, which will have a little bit better picture of those rain chances.
A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's scary that it can be put into anything, and we can't even see it or notice it.
When people are fed, futures are nourished. They can connect with the world around them, unlock endless possibilities, and thrive. Join the movement to end hunger. Volunteer. Advocate. Donate. Go to feedingamerica.org/actnow.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back into Mississippi Live Weather this morning. Thanks as always for tuning in on your Thursday morning. I want to take you outside before we get into the forecast because it's still really nice out there this morning. Temperatures in the low 60s if you haven't stepped out the door across the board. And again, very ongoing dry and just overall clear conditions across the board. That's West Point. Take a look over in Batesville. So we go from northeast Mississippi to northwest Mississippi. Doesn't matter where you are, all really looks like this. Looks the same. Nice conditions out there. Not even tracking any cloud cover this morning. As for airport delays region-wide, not tracking any moderate to major delays across the board from Oklahoma City to Little Rock, Birmingham, Atlanta, Memphis to Jackson. You're good to go. Headed out on all our airways this morning. Sticking here in North Mississippi, dropping the kids off. Yet again, going to be in the low 60s. So a lot like the last few mornings. And temperatures maybe a little bit cooler into the afternoon. I'm talking about a degree or two. Nothing too noticeable just yet, and a lot of sunshine in the forecast. Take a look at high temperatures today. Most of us back in the upper 80s, but we were near 90 yesterday. So yes, we have chopped off a few degrees, right, for our afternoon highs. 87 here in Lee County, 87 in Amory, 89 down in Columbus, still near 90 in places like Grenada and off into the Delta. So a lot of us still near that 90-degree mark today. As we head into the afternoon, I'm not tracking any rainfall throughout your work week. So just so you know, I'm going to track Thursday through Friday, but it's not much of any tracking. I'm just tracking cloud cover at that. Lots of dry conditions through noon. Same stories we head into the afternoon. I'm talking not even a lot of cloud cover in the forecast today. So lots of sunshine out there for your Thursday. That's why I said you might need the shades all day long, no matter where you're going. Going into your evening hours, same story. We'll see nice conditions play out overnight as we head into your Friday. Let's shift into Friday because I know some people have some Friday plans. Good to go for your morning commute. Going to be dry out there and dry all day long. Dealing with a little bit more clouds on Friday than today, but overall still seeing very dry conditions. A few more clouds, especially the further south that you are from Eupora down to the Golden Triangle region, and south of that dealing with a good mix of sun and clouds throughout the afternoon, but still a lot of us seeing sunshine, all of us dry for Friday. So that is some good news. Let's talk about our temperatures tomorrow because look at this. Yeah, this looks different. Still 80s. Still 80s. So I can't say that much. But a little bit different, a little bit cooler out there. Look, some of us even in the low 80s for your Friday. 82 in Corinth. That's better than the upper 80s. 80 in Red Bay. 84 in Lee County. 85 in Grenada. 85 in Cleveland. 87 in Clarksdale. A little bit warmer. 83 in Starkville. What you need to know is for Friday, conditions for the afternoon are going to be slightly cooler for Friday and Saturday. That it's looking more around average for this time of year. Does it stick around forever? No. So enjoy it on Friday and Saturday. Our high school game of the week on Friday night presented by Casey Law. It's going to be a really nice game and a really nice game day across the board here in North Mississippi. Pre-game temperature is going to be in the 80s and we'll drop into the 70s by halftime and we'll be in the 60s by the time you're rounding out those games. So I know I heard Matt and Gabe kind of go back and forth yesterday on whether or not you should bring a coat to the game or not. If you want my opinion on that, I would be bringing a coat to the game because I get cold easy once the sun goes down. But that's just if you wanted my opinion, right? Let's look at rain chances ahead past Friday. Looking dry all the way through Saturday. Sunday is looking pretty dry as well. It's really the work week that I am most concerned about for rainfall. We start to see a little bit more of an active pattern come back Monday, Tuesday, and and Wednesday. I think those are the main 3 days, even out of our next work week, that we'll start to see a little bit more widespread rainfall into the forecast. So that's some good news. We do need the rain here in North Mississippi, and we're going to be getting it. As for the cooler conditions, we're still going to have to wait a while. Take a look at this temperature outlook. This is the 8th through the 12th of October. So looking a little bit further ahead in the next 6 to 10 days. Yeah, you're looking at that right. Not only us, but a good portion of the United States. I'm talking like the entire central United States looking to sit above average going into the first few weeks of October. And you can see even that deeper purple, almost like a magenta color from Dallas into North Mississippi. So we are kind of honed in on that. Definitely going to be sitting warmer. The only good news I have is our average temperature does go down as we head over the next few months, right? And we're looking to sit above that, but I think we'll still cool off a little bit more than we have been, but still not sitting average and still not feeling too fall-like. You can see it on your 7-day forecast. Here's a look at that. Upper 80s today, and then we're back into the middle 80s Friday and Saturday, so that's some good news out there. Take a look at your overnight lows as well. As we head into tomorrow morning, I'm going to be tracking out cooler conditions as you're putting those kiddos on the bus stop or getting yourself out the door, and also on your Saturday as well. That's going to be our lowest low temperature of the next 7 days. If you got any Saturday morning plans, middle 80s, do stick around for Sunday, but then we kind of start that trend back upward. Middle 80s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But the thing is, for those days, the main thing I think we're going to be talking about is the rainfall. Keeping about a 20% chance in there right now. We don't have high resolution data. I think over the weekend, if you're really concerned about Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday with rainfall, you need to check back with Caleb. He'll be here probably tweaking those rain chances up a bit as we really hone in on which day it's going to be the majority of the day we're going to see rainfall in. So still tracking that out and watching it. Make sure to stick with us in the next 20 minutes. I'll be right back here at 7 a.m. getting you out the door, your full weekend forecast, everything coming up.
A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's scary that it can be put into anything, and we can't even see it or notice it.
Being a parent, especially for the first time, with that comes a lot of self-doubt. As a dad, I just try to lead by example. When you're trying to be the best person that you can be, your kids see that and then they emulate that.